Hello, I'm Mallory Musselman.
I'm Sarah Storms.
This is our heavy whipping cream. This is the brand. I think I got it.
Countryside Creamery.
Yeah, I got it at Aldi's. And so we just poured it about halfway into this jar, and this jar is completely sealed. Now we're gonna shake it 20 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Alright, now I'm going to let Sarah open it and release the pressure. Alright.
There wasn't much.
Wasn't much pressure.
Maybe we should shake it harder.
Okay, we're going to shake it harder. We're just going to do it 20 more times.
20?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Okay, so we just shake it 20 more times. And now I'm gonna just open it to relieve. Yeah, there was a lot more pressure that time. I actually heard it. Yeah, now it's actually starting to bubble up a little bit. So it's starting to get a little foamy. So that's all for the first step. And now we're gonna go shake it for 25 to 45 minutes. And we'll come back to show the next result.
So it's only been like a little over 15 minutes since we started shaking it, and it's already like mainly solid. There's a little bit of liquid left kind of floating around in there, but it's mainly solid. But we're gonna shake it for a few more minutes to see if we can get any like more solid.
We're gonna get it completely solidified. So at this point, we've got like two separate consistencies in here. There's a thicker part that's like I guess the butter part of it, and then like the liquidy part that's still at the bottom is the buttermilk. So we're just gonna lean it up a little bit so the milk comes out, and I'm just gonna stick my finger in there and taste it. I like it.
It's like sweet milk.
It is like sweet milk. Like I'd wanna.
It definitely feels thinner.
Yes.
Which is weird because I always thought that buttermilk was thicker.
Yeah. It is a little thin compared to.
Yeah, it's very thin.
Compared to the rest of it. It's kind of cool looking. Is it off of that set? I keep wanting to eat it, and I don't know why.
Okay, so we can pour it out now, but make sure the butter stays in there.
Okay. So now we're going to pour just some of the buttermilk in the lid here. We're going to catch some of it. I think that's good.
Okay, it's coming.
Okay. So in this we have just the milky part, the buttermilk part.
So now we add the ice cold water to the jar with the butter still in it.
Oh, okay. So now we're gonna add ice water. With the butter still in the jar. How much does it say?
It doesn't. It just says ice cold water. I guess we just fill it up.
Okay. Here we have a glass of ice water.
Wait, before we do this.
I'm gonna have a drink of it.
Pour the buttermilk out, but make sure you don't lose your butter.
Make sure we don't lose the butter.
So and then it says add your cold water to your jar with the butter still in it. Put the lid back on and shake about 5 times. Pour out the water and repeat this step until the water that you pour out is clear.
Okay.
So just make sure you don't dump the butter down the sink.
Okay. I've got some ice in there. Do you think that's good? And I'm pouring this out in the Alright, now we have some of that ice water in with our butter.
Shake it about 5 times.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now we're gonna do the same thing.
Just don't pour out the butter.
We're just not gonna pour out the butter. Oh, losing some butters. Okay. Just draining that out.
You have to do that several times until the water runs clear.
Okay, the water is still very milky right now. Just gonna keep pouring, try to get as much out as I can. Alright, slowed down a little bit, and now we're gonna go back to the ice water. And we're gonna pour some more ice water into the jar. And we're gonna repeat that step.
We're just gonna do that until it runs clear.
It's me again. This is our grilled cheese sandwich, pre-grilled. So now we're gonna cook it by we're just gonna put it right there. And now what's happening is, a while ago we tasted just 2 pieces of bread. When we tore it apart, it did what we call a physical change. And so nothing was chemically altered on it. We just changed the physical appearance of it. This that we're doing now, when we put it on the heated stove, this is what we would call a chemical change, because we're changing the chemical makeup of the bread. And we're doing that by the butter, which is the fat, and we're applying heat to it, which is going to change. It's going to change.
So we're cooking our grilled cheese, and as you can see, there is butter on it. The other side is a little crispy, but she's gonna flip it, and then
It's a little burnt, but that's still good.
But because we put the butter on the bread and then put it on the heat, it is interacting with like the fat versus the water and the butter and all that. So now it's a chemical change versus when we just ripped it in half and it was a physical change.
And it's a lot crispier, just observing it. It's a lot crispier than it was before we applied the heat to it. You can actually see it's like a lot more flaky. If you hit it, some of the bread is actually coming off of it. It doesn't look as soft. It appears to have a very rough...
As if like the butter didn't absorb into the bread very well.
Right. Looks good to me.